A part of self-discovery is our core values. Everybody should identify their core values. And honestly, they should continue. Like at least every 5 to 10 years, go through and be like, are these still my values? They could change. It happens. So don't think that the ones that worked for you when you were a young adult worked for you as an adult. And if you've never discovered them, now's the time. So when we're talking about core values are your unique. They're very specific to you, core values. They're core value tests and assessments you can take out there in the world. I don't believe in those. Uh, because it's not your language. And a lot of times they leave out things that are true to your core values. One of my core values is freedom. And that is not in a core value assessment. I don't want my core values to be in a box that I can pick and choose pieces from. My core values are unique to me and they should be to you too. So when we're looking at your core values, I want you to really think about situations. Say you're in a situation and it's amazing, or you look at something and you just love it and adore it. Start asking why. Why is this experience so blissful? Why is this thing bringing me so much joy? And just keep asking why until you can get to the core of it. So that's the second step. The first step is listing out all those things. List out all the things that bring you joy, all the things that bring you happiness. What was that thing? What was that experience? Write all those down. Then as you unpack them, fill out the why. And then what you're going to see is a pattern. You will see that they kind of resonate with each other, right? Maybe yours is family. One of my kids, one of her core values is family. It's huge for her and it shows in everything she does. And she couldn't figure out why she wasn't happy for a while when she was disassociated with the family. Just life, right? Busy, trying to go to school, work, all these different things. And so for her, she wasn't getting enough family time and she was becoming miserable. So when she was unpacking it, the core of the why, like she might have been talking about memories with her cousins. She might have been talking about traditions. She might have been talking about anything associated with the family, but the pattern was the family. So it's very, very easy to unpack your core values. You just have to sit still to do it. And you have to revisit it a week after you write it to make sure they actually still align because it might have changed. Because it's an exercise and it's an experience you have to go through, right? It took me about a week to hone in my core values, like thinking about it, really going, is that a core value? Like, yeah, that's important to me and I value it, but it's not at the core of who I am. Freedom was the core, right? Now, typically people will have 3 to 5 core values. I try to get people to hone them into 3 because it's easier to work within that construct. But the next piece of that is that's a part of your self-discovery journey. When you have your core values, it helps you align your life and your own self-discovery of what paths you're going to take. Because mine is freedom, I challenge everything. Politics, finances, belief systems, all kinds of society structures. I love it. Like this, one of my favorite things to do is to challenge societal structures because I believe in freedom. I need to know the why. Why are people behaving this way? Why is it this way? And find out it doesn't need to be. We create society. The collective creates society. So you can start changing it. But that's because my core value is freedom, right? You might value freedom. You might appreciate it. It might be important to you, but do you dedicate your life to it? Right? That's what we're kind of talking about the differences here. What happens is it really starts highlighting who you're authentically at your core. And that self-discovery of you and your truth that you can start building these other structures off of because you have identified your core values. And it's critical on that self-discovery piece. You cannot go through self-discovery without identifying your core values. It's impossible. You will end up going on a false, it's a facade. your self-discovery journey will not resonate deeply with you, right? Like people sometimes will become, and this is an example of some of my students who have gotten yoga certifications, right? I'm certified in yoga and in so many different forms. And there's a lot of different forms of yoga you can get certified in, and also like different levels of those certifications. And some people would just get obsessed with getting the certifications and doing nothing with them. Why? What was the core value of that? Like they clearly are enjoying it, right? So why? Because I've got students who have surpassed me. Because I'm like, oh no, I got what I wanted out of it. Like I'm done. I was on a specific journey, and you clearly, this is your journey. Why? Is it because you want to teach and you find it valuable? Is it because of the education? Is it because it speaks to your core? And then does that make you a yogi or a yogini? Right? Think about those types of things when you're going through your self discovery. What have you done? Why did you do it? And that's going to help you unpack all of this. Or you can join Adulting 101 and we're going to go through it together. Because you're going to have to go through this anyways at some point. You could do it at your midlife crisis. You could do it at your first midlife crisis. You know, like there's like a junior midlife crisis. Like everyone's like, oh, there's this midlife crisis. Yeah, that's associated with your Saturn return and all of these different things. But there is an actual younger version of a midlife crisis, which is the pre-funk to the midlife crisis. And a lot of people start going through that between their 20s and 30s, somewhere in there, depending on their chart or their life experiences. And so you will experience those in the most just massive way, traumatic way possible, if you don't have these types of things aligned, because there's no vision in your life, right? There's no, when you don't have a core of who you are and what you are, your self-discovery journey is filtered by what you're getting fed from society. And society, like I said before, it's your family, it's your friends, it's media, it's the experiences you've had, the known, the unknown, all of those things. That's societal constructs, right? Your sibling, your best friend, all those things, societal constructs. So it's including everybody when I speak about this. So you're going to let that noise seep in and tell you who you are, what you can be, what you can't be. It's all a facade. Don't live a facade.